welcome back to the channel. This is video number 4 in my Lofoten training diaries. So I'm training for the Lofoten Ultra-Trail 50-mile race at the end of May. So this is week 11 of the training plan. It's a 16-week block and I'm now entering the peak weeks. So I've got 3 peak weeks which are scheduled for over 70 miles a week. I don't think I'll quite hit 70 miles this week because I took a rest day yesterday and I've got a double long run this weekend, so I wanted to make sure I was fresh for that. So today I'm on the Great Glen Way, which is a long distance hiking and I guess now running trail in Scotland. It goes from Fort William up to Inverness, running alongside Loch Lochy at the moment. It's a really beautiful trail. Gone through the woods for a little while and now we're out in the open. And it's just beautiful out here. So in my last video I was on week 8, so I was at the halfway point of the training plan. Now we're coming to the end of week 11. Starting to get real. 3 weeks time I'll be flying out to Norway. It's gone from a nice steady training plan to reality kicking in. I think up until the halfway point I'd been finding it quite straightforward and easy almost. It's definitely turned tougher in the last few weeks. Found it quite hard to get motivated. I think it's just because it's a long block, you know, 16 weeks is the longest training block I've ever done. And it's a long time to stay motivated, and you know, I'm running 6 days a week at the moment, so having to just get your shoes on and get out over and over again. I think it's pretty normal that you'd have a bit of a dip in enthusiasm and morale. I'll check back in a little bit, but today is 22 miles along the Great Glen Way, so I got the bus out here and I'm basically just running home from here. So time to lock in and just get these miles done. But what an amazing place. So in my last vlog I was talking about my race shoe, which was going to be the Hoka Mafat Speed 4, but I've actually had a change of plan and I'm going to go with the Hoka Tecton X3. The course is actually more than 50% road. And I think on the tarmac, these are going to be just a nightmare to run in. The thought of doing more than a marathon distance in these just started to feel like a bad idea. I don't think the ideal shoe really exists for a race like this where it's 50% road, 50% trail, but it's one of the best trail shoes on the market, so I'm going to go with it and see how I get on. If you're enjoying the video, please give it a like and hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. I've been dealing with some anemia for the last year or so. It's quite a common thing in runners, so I got a letter from the doctor the other day. The doctor said to come in and have a chat about it, so I'm going to see what I can find out and hopefully try and get on top of it. And I would like to get some numbers as well, because I'd like to kind of understand a bit more about what's going on and what those numbers should be, so see how we get on. So I'm just out. They said my ferritin's a bit low, so they're just going to monitor it for now. I'll go back probably after the race and see how it's getting on. I've got these iron tablets, so I'm going to try supplementing these and just see how I get on between now and the race. The fueling approach is really important for these long races, so when I've been running, I've been trying to practice eating while I run, and also just the logistics of taking things out of my pack, handling gels and food and stuff while I'm on the move. I think I'm quite lucky in that I can eat while I'm running without any problems. It doesn't really seem to upset my stomach. That's quite fortunate because I know some people really struggle with it. And as the race gets closer, I'm starting to think about pacing strategies and things like that. I'll come up with a proper race strategy and I'll go over that in my last video before the race. You can see a big ship coming down the canal here. And because this is my first ultra marathon, I've got really no idea how to pace it. Today, for example, I've just been keeping a very easy pace, 9.5 minute miles-ish. I think I'm cautious of going out too fast on the race. It's quite a lot of flat stuff at the start and then blowing up in the later stages, so I'll give it some thought. It is a race and I don't want to finish the race feeling like I've left too much in reserve, but we'd rather get over the finish line without a big blow up, so we'll see on that. But I'll sign off there. So end of week 11, we're in the peak weeks now, big mileage, big effort, one last push before Lofoten. So my next video will be from the peak week of them all, could be as high as 80 miles. So if you want to see that, please give the video a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.